one of the most important materials in Throne of Liberty is the Unlockstone. This thing is vital, particularly if you want to be saving some Lucent, and especially if you're free to play like myself. If you're not aware, they're used in the trait system, and they allow you to unlock traits on your gear items that otherwise may be really expensive. For example, I want the skill damage boost on this ring. The only alternative is to get a super lucky drop or purchase it for a whopping 2,700 Lucent. I'm not prepared to pay that much, so I need to look for ways how to actually get these unlock stones. Now yes, on lower tier gear, it's not nearly going to cost you as much unlock stones to get just one trait unlocked. And always keep in mind of the auction house and the price, and it can just be worth buying that trait rather than spending those precious unlock stones, which could be better used for something else. It's always a balance, but here I want to show you exactly how you can get over 1,600 of these unlock stones per month, with over 300 per week. So the first thing to be aware of is the fact you can craft unlock stones by using adventure coins. And there are a ton of adventure coin sources like weekly missions, dungeons, battlegrounds, etc. So I've got a spreadsheet here, and we'll go through each of the activities and ultimately calculate how many unlock stones we can get per week and how many then per month. And keep in mind there are some other sources which I'm not going to put into these calculations, as they're either a one-off source or really random whether you will get them or not, or require high effort. So the first thing here is weekly missions. That's pretty straightforward. Do these tasks, get the points, and obtain these loyalty coins, these fortitude coins, the blessing pouch, and just straight up 20 unlock stones here. Again, you can convert one loyalty coin for one unlock stone, and that's going to be the same for fortitude coins. As you can see here at the crafter, you can exchange these fortitude coins to get loyalty coins and then use those to purchase unlock stones, and it's one unlock stone per loyalty coin, as this is a pack of 5. So it totals up to be about 56 when you complete all those weekly mission tasks. This is accounting for the noble blessing pouch, which as you can see have a 68% chance to give you another fortitude coin, which is another unlock stone. Next up we have co-op dungeons. So every day you're going to get a recharge of these tokens which allow you to open chests. And so what you want to do to make the most of it is go to party matchmaking and do these random queues. However, you want to do the random normal queue and the random dimensional queue. Unless the trial is particularly challenging, then maybe you want to do the random epic queue. But you do not want to do the elite queue. And the reason is because the normal queue, when you check the co-op dungeons here, has the 2-star dungeons, and these are going to give you 4 loyalty coins. And remember, each loyalty coin is a total of an unlock stone, and this only costs 450 of your contract tokens. So you're going to do this twice, getting 8 unlock stones per day. This is versus doing the elite queue, which has these 3-star dungeons, which only give you 1 fortitude coin, which is the equivalent of only 1 unlock stone. And it requires twice as much dimensional contract tokens to actually open that chest. Additionally, you get the random party matchmaking reward here, and it has that 10% chance to get 5 extra. So what this results in, 10.5 unlock stones per day from the random normal queue, which will result in over 73 per week. Now doing the random epic or the dimensional queue will also give you that random party matchmaking bonus reward, but you can see here how you will get 2 fortitude coins, and you will have enough of these tokens to be able to do this twice to claim 2 chests. Same for the 4-star dungeons. It's just 2 of these fortitude coins which equal an unlock stone each. And so if we take into account that chance to get 5 and the bonus one, because you do it random matchmaking, that's 6.5, and per week that's over 45. But then we have the accumulated point rewards. And this is where I highly recommend you do not do the random epic queue, but you do the random dimensional queue. And that's because you can do this 21 times and you will accumulate enough points to get all of these juicy rewards. And they include extra fortitude coins, nebula pouches, and the conquest chest, all which equates to more Unlockstones. You can just do this on tier 1 and you can see you will get 2,000 of those points, meaning you'll need to do this 21 times within a week, which is very doable and will equate to just over 35 on average Unlockstones due to those pouches and the adventure coins. So just doing that, we already have over 210 per week. We can now look at contract scrolls. So every week you go to your sundries merchant and you get these contract scrolls. Opening them and completing the tasks are going to give you more adventure coins, which again you can exchange for Unlockstones. Since you get 6 scrolls per week for all 4 of the Abyss dungeons, that's 24 in total. You can increase that count a bit more by going to the contract coins merchant, and he will allow you to purchase one of these noble blessing pouches, plateau, and these can give you more contract scrolls, which will equate to more of those adventure coins, more Unlockstones. But there's only a 30% chance you get the Talandre contract scrolls, and so it will result over a week only like 4.2 extra Unlockstones. But then we have the resistance medals. So you're getting these by attending your field bosses, and no matter your contribution, you will always get a resistance medal. So you can attend 5 of those per day, and you can spend them at the resistance goods merchant. You can purchase these Unlockstones. You purchase a bundle of 3 for 3 of the medals. So it's 1 medal, 1 Unlockstone, and you're getting just 5 per day usually. So that's 35 per week. You can of course get more medals, but it's a limited supply via the exploration codex. So as we said, 35 per week. And then we have PvP. There are a bunch of activities you can do, but the main one is Battlegrounds, getting these combat coins. Every week you simply purchase 10 extra Fortitude coins, which means 10 extra Unlockstones. Then we have Nebula. You can go to the Lawless Wilds and you can farm for these Nebula stones and then visit the merchant to spend them. Getting these Unlockstones directly, that's 25, so we add that there. Then you can get these noble blessing pouches, which as we mentioned does give Fortitude coins at a 68.4% chance, meaning you'll get about 13 of those coins from there, which means more Unlockstones. You can then also get these Greater Conquest chests, which will simply give you 3 Unlockstones, and you can get 7 of them, meaning 21 more per week. So this adds up to over 340 per week, which would equate to over 1,469 per month. But we can get some extra ones via ornate coins. You will get these coins mainly via your mail if you have already picked up all the pages from the codex, and then you can go to the shop here and you can purchase directly some Unlockstones. That's 45. Then you could purchase these noble blessing pouches, which again will give you a chance at these contract scrolls, and each one will give you another coin, which means another Unlockstone, but it is only a 30% chance to actually get those Talandre contracts. And then we have the precious blessing pouches. These ones can also give you the Talandre scrolls. They'll give you loyalty coins, but they're basically the same as the Fortitude coins, which again means more Unlockstones. And since you can get 15 pouches, that's about 9. But again, I would not prioritize spending my ornate coins on these, at least versus getting crystals and growth stones and those direct Unlockstones. But then we can look at the battle pass. This actually does give a fair amount, some directly and others indirectly. I will just switch character because I have already completed it, and thus I can't see the rewards that it gave this time, but it's usually about the same amount of rewards every battle pass, which comes around every month. So we can add up the direct amount of Unlockstones we're getting, and that's 70 here if you have the premium pass, which I'm going to assume you do, and then you can directly purchase some more here. That's a total of 110. You will also get a sprinkling of adventure coins, which you can trade in for Unlockstones, and you get 20. You then get these pouches, which as I showed earlier will also give you some coins, which you can trade for more Unlockstones. And I'm not going to account for the dungeon currency here, although I have done with the ones you can purchase. And we get over 3 for these pouches, same for these. And then if you do save up your star crystals, you purchase these, get some more extra trial chests to open and some extra 2-star dungeon chests to open. You will get about 65 here and 35 here, which is going to total over 1,763 per month. That's a decent amount, but be aware at the end game level, that's only enough for 2 swaps of stats on legendary gear, because that's 800 unlock stones. But if you're looking at traits on regular gear here, it will save you a ton of Lucent by just spending 100 per trait. And additionally, there's not just this supply. You have other sources like resistance contracts. Sometimes these can give you pouches, which can give you more contract scrolls, which means, again, more coins to convert to unlock stones. You also have dynamic events. Depending on your performance in these, you can take away unlock stones. Mystic keys. When you use those keys going around the map, opening the globes, you can also get unlock stones. Path of Ascension, if you haven't already completed it, it gives a massive amount of these fortitude coins, and if you were already significantly upgraded with your character, you will get awarded a lot of unlock stones as well. If I look on my alt character, a lot of these rewards don't give unlock stones, but like more runes, more mastery and things like that. You also have the leveling log. If you haven't purchased that already, that gives a ton of extra coins here, along with unlock stones too. Then your lithograph book. This can actually give an insane amount of unlock stones. I added up them roughly and I was calculating over 3,600 just by trading in like all these different items. I'll get into more details on how to actually get those items, but that'll be for a separate video. Going back on the exact numbers, the leveling log gives 530. The Path of Ascension, at least on a new character, was giving me 200. This I can't give a value for nor here because that's just going to be random. And you have certain events which are also going to give unlock stones, just like limited time things. We may get a Halloween event upcoming. We do have the anniversary event right now, and with this check-in event you can see you'll also get some unlock stones. But yeah, I can't put a definitive value because it's different depending on the event. And then you have nighttime abyss chests. So these you can go to the Shadowed Crypt, Cerodoma Island, or the Crimson Mansion when it's nighttime and loot the chests there, and they will give you extra currency you can spend on chests in the co-op dungeons. But it's a PvP area, so it'll be contested, so that won't be for everybody. But sure, I don't know exactly how many you can get per day. It depends on your luck with those chests and how many you're getting, and that can add up to quite a lot of extra dungeon runs, which means quite a lot of extra value in unlock stones. And again, ultimately this adds up to over 1,700 unlock stones per month, over 300 per week, just by doing these usual activities. Maybe you won't do Nebula here, and then you're looking at like 280. But overall, I hope this makes it clear on how you're supposed to actually be able to achieve all those unlock stones. The only real requirement for those unlock stones is the switching of stats of the heroic gear. This is the most important place to have unlock stones. Everywhere else, you can pretty much just spend Lucent to unlock the trait. Like, you don't have to spend these unlock stones to be able to unlock this trait. I can simply buy the trait with Lucent, same as you would for the upgrades. You can simply just buy them from the auction house. So you technically don't need unlock stones other than with this stat conversion, because there's no other possible way to do it otherwise. And you're going to have 3 legendary gear pieces. I haven't yet worked on my armor piece. I've just finished up with my ring. I'll probably leave it with the cooldown speed, and I'm pretty happy with my weapon as well, although I will probably work towards a second legendary weapon at some point. But first I want to get an armor piece with the correct stats, which will most likely be the gloves, but potentially an armor piece. The issue is if I go with the legendary armor piece, then I have to use gloves, and if I'm on a build like my Fury, then I lose all that attack speed from these gloves, since there is no better armor piece I can use that's part of a set that would give attack speed via the arms. Tier 3 is the same story. Like this Blood Hunter set, the arms on it do not give attack speed, so you're always best to have the legendary arms. But who knows, we can wait a bit longer and maybe they come out with new tier 3 gear. So I'm still upgrading my ring, and I'll see what kind of armor drops I get over the next few weeks from the raid before I decide what legendary armor piece I will settle on. If I go with the armor piece, then I can get all that extra buff duration, but if I go with the arms, I can get that extra attack speed. I still need to determine which is better for me based on which build I want to be using moving forward. That can be dependent on the balance changes they come out with and whether or not they nerf Crucifix, Orb, Crossbow, as it is just super powerful right now, and it's that or Fury that are currently my go-to classes. But once again, thanks all for watching. A special thank you to all the support of these channel members, and we'll see you guys around.